Hey everybody, playing the role, Roger here. Just want to talk a little bit today about stealing things. Not your GM's pencils. Don't steal that, or their dice. Don't steal anybody's dice. That's just not right. What I mean is rules from other games or things that other GMs use in their games, things that they may have taken from other systems or have come up with by themselves, or maybe they've changed existing rules. Some people have an issue with it. I think I don't know, or they feel like, oh, that's that guy's thing, and like we don't want to take that because we don't want to copy them. And I think it's great. I think we're all kind of collaboratively building different things, right? And I think it'd be great. If somebody takes something from me and they tell me, hey, I use something that you came up with or that I saw you do in a game. I think that's great. So. The way I see it is if you like the way something's done in another game or you've seen something done that somebody does and you want to take it and do it, just do it. Add it to your game. Um, you know, the thing that I will say is try not to change things in the middle of a game. It kind of makes it difficult unless your players are ready for it and they know that you're kind of playing a game that you're going to be changing along the way, and they're okay with doing that. But if they're not, or you set the rules in the beginning, even after a few sessions, you don't want to say, "Hey, let's change this thing completely," especially if it's something that's working. Or it's something that you haven't tried yet. Now, obviously, if something is completely broken or doesn't work at all, and people aren't happy with it, then yeah, by all means, yeah, change it. But I would talk to the players first. Maybe even test things out in a one shot instead of during an actual campaign. Like I said, I don't like changing the rules mid campaign unless they're actually causing serious detriment to the game. You can ask some of my current players. I have changed a couple things in some of the games, but I really try not to do that because I like sticking to the set rules. Um, there's there's a lot of things that I've taken from other games, and one of those things is advantage from fifth edition. I don't generally run anything that's 5e. Nothing against it. It's a fine system. It has some parts of it have a little too much in it for me, but I think it's a great system, and I really love advantage and disadvantage. Mostly advantage, and I use that mechanism to give a bonus as much as I can. I enjoy it because it's not just an extra +2 or +4, +5, whatever, and giving out just a bonus. It's rolling more dice, and I personally enjoy rolling more dice. I will always have the players roll more dice instead of take multiples of that dice, which is one of the reasons why when they roll crits, I have them roll double the dice instead of just doubling the actual results, because I enjoy more dice being rolled for things like that. I also do not limit advantage on rolls. I don't know. I guess they did that to streamline things in 5e, where you can only basically have advantage once, so it doesn't stack. You can't roll 3, 4 dice, whatever. And I will gladly do that if someone has advantage on something and they want to spend a bonus, or they want to try and get double advantage on something and roll 3 dice and take the higher, or 4 dice. I love that. It's awesome. Players love it, and I mean, it's just an awesome thing to do, especially if it's something that's in character and the character should be able to do those things, or you want to give a bonus because they want to do these extra things. I'd rather make that stuff possible than a player not try something because they think that it's harder to do. So I almost want to make things easier to do when it's cooler, and make the normal stuff harder to do, kind of forcing players into doing the crazy stunts and stuff like that. I also use luck tokens from DCC Lankhmar. I've got the original chips that they had in the Kickstarter. They're actual, like, real poker chips. They say luck on them and have different hand drawings and stuff from the Lankhmar set. which I think they have a nice feel to them. But you can use plastic poker chips, things like that. I enjoy handing the player something physical. They actually say, here's this thing that you can spend. And, you give that to them or toss it across the table and say, here's your thing. This is your bonus. And then, at some point later, they can spend it. And I use it for rerolls. In the original Lankhmar, you can use it as a point of luck, basically, which means you can add +1 to a roll. You spend as many as you want. You can add that many +1s to a roll, basically, before or after you roll. I was okay with that, but sometimes it falls a little short. So it's kind of going back and forth on it. And between my players and I, we decided to make it into advantage. So you can basically turn in your chip and get advantage from it. So that's something that's not an advantage. Well, that's starting to come along now in some other games and stuff. You're starting to see it show up. But 5e was the first one there. Luck tokens and things like that. I know that other systems use a varying degree of things, D6s and stuff like that. But I just like the idea of a token, and and then it's like an actual physical thing that a player holds on to and can spend. As stealing from other GMs, I think this is great because then other people do the work for you, right? So someone else looks at other systems and things like that and says, hey, I can incorporate this into fantasy game or cyberpunk game or whatever it is, and starts to use it. And then maybe you're in that game and you start to use it or start to see it being used and say, hey, I can use that in my game. And then you just use it. One of the things that I stole, one of my favorite things that I took from another GM was this thing where, see, if I can't make a decision on something in a matter of a couple of seconds, or if I'm kind of like, maybe, like if the players come to a town and they say, oh, is there this specific shop? Is there someone that can repair my magic sword here, right? Maybe there's a blacksmith, but I don't know. Can he repair a magic sword? I don't know. So I'll say, well, it would be odd if he could, or it would be odd if that was the case. And then the players of mine know that means they can pick up any die and they roll it. And if it comes up as odd, then that thing is true. So, it would be odd if there was a blacksmith that could repair magic items, and they roll the die and they get a 5, and so, okay, it's odd. So therefore there's, the blacksmith can repair something, or anything. They ask if something is available in a room. I don't do that for every decision, but things that I don't have written down, or things that are maybes, anything that's like, well, yeah, that could be, sure. And then I have them do it, and then it's on their fault. It's them. And then if they want to spend one of their luck tokens to re-roll that, then that's fine. And it's 50-50 chance. So generally using a luck token, you can just make it true. But I'll allow them to do that sometimes too, if they asked. So remember that on the next game of mine that you're in. But so things like that, I think it's great, and I use that, and I know people have taken it from me. Other people see me using it, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is awesome! I'm gonna take it and start doing that." And great, do it. Like, take it. It's awesome. I stole it, so steal it from me. It's not mine to give, right? So, I know that I've been carrying around a ton of index cards. I know there's a lot of GMs out there that do that, pushing the index card stuff. Index card RPG is one of them, which is a awesome system. Love it. But I've always carried around index cards. I love them. They're easy to carry around. They're great for notes, table tents, stats, just everything. I love it. I'll probably do another video at some point on the versatility of index cards, because I love them so much. And I know that there's a couple people that I've talked to afterwards that have told me, it says, wow, like, it's awesome the things that you do with all the index cards, and I'm going to be using that in my game from now on. Or they'll send me a picture where they just used index cards for like everything, and I think they work great for that. It's awesome. A lot of times I'll go to a convention and I'll have a stack of index cards and some pencils, or a Sharpie or something, and I'll just some dice. I'll run a game just from that. just write down stats and everything, and just use that for everything. But we'll have another video on that. So what have you guys stolen from other games or other GMs? Let me know in the thing down there, and please, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.